Hello everyone, this is Venu. So I'm a freelance technical trainer. So for all the sorting and searching mechanism, the important need is what? Using the array only. So first thing is that we have to store some elements in the list here. That list is nothing but your array. And within the array, we have to do some modifications. We have to perform some operations, implement our logic in the array, and finally we can produce the expected output here. Here my input is 5. 5 means the size of array is 5. And the input is also I am giving 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And the expected output is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sir, why especially I am taking here 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 means. So if you take any one, if you take any problem here, and we have two cases. One is the best and one is the worst case here. Okay, worst case. So best case means what? It's need less time to compute the task, and worst case means some more time it will take here. It will take more time and some complexities with that worst case scenario. That means what here? As a programmer, we should first concentrate on worst case. Why? Once if you provide the solution, once you implement the logic for the worst case, then best case is easily it will come. So that is why, if, suppose I am taking an array. If I'm taking an array and I have to insert some elements into my array, the possibilities if array elements like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Possibilities if array first index suppose 0, second is 2. The second case is like this 2, 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5 something. Like this, sometimes here the first element is 5 and the second is 4, like 1 again it is 2, 3, 2 like this. So like the scenario, if you arrange these elements 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay, and we will get the representation like this first 1, 2, 3, 4, next I'm changing 1, 2 positions, then I will get so finally what is the worst case? The worst scenario means the first element is 5, second is 4, and 3, and 2, 1. This is the worst case scenario. That means all elements are in reverse order. That is worst case. And what is the best case? All elements are in ascending order. See, in this scenario, already elements are in ascending order. And but in this scenario, all elements are in reverse order here. So compare to implement the task of this first compare to one with the second, second with the third, and third with the last year, and this is take more time here. So uh, that is why I'm taking here worst case input. Worst case input. The best case is this. Okay, and let us see. So how my intention is if I'm taking these inputs. So if I'm taking these inputs 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inputs are 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Why? Because it's consisting of only 5 elements. So that is why I'm taking this. So then how we implement this approach? How we use in the general approach to get this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So for that one, what I'm doing here in that one, my intention is that I have to compare the first element with the second one. I have to compare the first element with the second one. Okay. If my first element is greater than the second one, immediately I am doing the swapping here. Immediately I am doing the swap. Okay. My technique is what? If I'm comparing first with the second one, if this condition is true, I have to do the swap. Similarly, this element is compared with the first index element is compared with the next. And like first is compared with the next. Like first is compared with the next. Okay. Now first iteration is over. And what about for the second iteration? In the second iteration I have to take so now after completion of the first iteration, okay, this first place, the first index place is it is a less value, it is the least value. So see, so I am explain those iteration also. See, after completion of this iteration, I am getting first time is 1. Okay, and remaining are this 5 4 3 2. Remaining are 5 4 3 2. And next, what I need to do, what I need to do again, I have to skip this, I don't want to participate this here. Then what is my intention? Then I have to compare 5 4 3 2 here. Similarly, I'm compare 5 is greater than 4, and is it 5 is greater than 3, and it is 5 is greater than 2. So after completion of this, this position will be the least element. What is the least element here from 5 4 3 2? So that is why in the second case I'm getting 2 like this. So once after completion of this here, again you will get 5 4 3. Next, in the numbers 5 4 3, I'm doing the same again. 5 is compared with the 4, 5 is compared with the 3. Then after completion of this here, 5 is replaced with some list. Okay, so that is why this 3 is come. And next to 5 4, comparing 5 with the 4, then change. Okay, 4 with 5 here, that means what I am doing the swapping here. So in this way you will get the output here. Hmm? Let us see first. First of all, I am explaining how internally the iterations will take place. Based on that one, have to implement the logic here. So for that reason, same values I am taking 5 4 3 2 1. 5 4 3 2 1. And now, so first I am comparing this 5 with 3, sir. 5 with 4. Is it 5 greater than 4? Yes. Is it 5 greater than 4? Yes. This condition is true means what? Do the swap. Okay, do the swap here. Swap means what? Exchanging this 5 with 4. Then tell me what is the output you are getting here? 4 5 3 2 1. Okay. Next after then, what we have to do for the next case again? We have to compare this 4 with 3. Now in this scenario here, the value is modified. We are comparing here this 4 with 3 here. Is it 4 greater than 3? Yes, it is greater than 3 means again swap 4 with 3 here. Again swap 4 with 3 means it is 3 and 5 and it is 4, and next 2 and 1 are as it is. Okay, next. The first number index is what? Index 0 is compared with the next 2 here. Is it 3 greater than 2? Yes. Then do the swap. Do the swap. 2, 5, 4, 3, and 1. So finally, the element first index is compared with the last. Is it 2 greater than 1? Yes. Then do the swap here. Do the swap. 1, 5, 4, 3, 2 here. See? So now after completion of the first iteration, what is the output I'm getting here? 1 5 4 3 2. This is 1 5 4 3 2. Okay. And next, so for the second scenario, for the second scenario, for the second scenario means what? This is the input here. In the second iteration here, the index value at 0 is 1, and index value at 1 is 5. So now this is at proper place here. This is proper place means least element is available at the top place here. So now already this element is sit in the proper place. So that is why I don't want to compare this element with the for the next iteration. So I want to skip this here. I want to skip it. So what are the remaining participate elements here? 2 5 4 3 only. For the 2 5 4 3 elements here. For 2 5 4 3 elements again for the second iteration. And right now this is the index 1. Internally this is the index 1 element, but it is index 0 here. Now what I am doing again, I have to compare 2 is greater than 5. Is it 2 greater than 5? Is it 2 greater than 5? No. Is it 2 greater than 4? No. Is it 2 greater than 3? No. So that is why You don't want to swap here. We don't want to swap. Now again it is in the proper place. So that is why uh, the next second iteration you will get same as it is here 1253 here. 1 to 4. So that is why I am writing here. This is 1253. 12543. Okay. And next for the third iteration. For the third iteration, already these two values are fixed here. Already the two values are fixed. 1 2 are fixed here. It is why the list number is first index in the zero place here, 1 is stored, and index 1 2 is stored, and the remaining numbers are what 3 5 4 here. So remaining numbers are 3 5 4. Now compare, is it 3, is it 3 greater than 5? No. Is it 3 greater than 4? No. So that is why next is 1 2 3 5 4 will come. Yes. And next after this, what is the remaining comparison? 5 and 4. Is it 5 greater than 4? Yes, true. Then swap the elements here, 4 with 5 here. So that is why for the last time I'm taking here 4 with 5. Okay. So in this way, like this way, you will get the output. Like this way, you will get the output. So otherwise, sir, I want to give some random input other than this first case. I will explain that also. And after then, we can implement the code. My inputs are like 23, 78, 100, some 2, 3 I'm taking it. Now, in this one, first what we have to do, compare this index, first zero element. Is it 23 is greater than 80, 78? No. Is it 23 is greater than 100? No. Is it 23 is greater than 2? Yes. Then do the swap. 2 is 78, 100, 23, and 3. Okay. And next time, is it 2 is compared with the 3 here? Is it 2 greater than 3? No. Is it 2 is greater than 3? No. So that is why 2 is fixed here, first one. The list element from 23, 78, 100, 2, 3 means what? 2 is the list element. It is fixed at the index place. Okay. Okay. So like this here, based on the input, we can write here. Based on the input, first, based on this scenario also, we have to implement the logic here. Let's see that. So now coming to the logic here, I'm taking the shader file stdio.h main function. If return 0, I'm taking it. Return 0. Okay. And after this, I have to first read the input. My input is what size. Okay. And my another input is what elements. So that is why I'm taking some array, integer array. And next read the input here, scanf %d ampersand of n. Okay, with the index I, so with the index I have to read all the elements here. For I equal to 0 and I less than n, I plus. I plus plus. Okay. Okay. Here what we have to do, we have to print our elements. Okay, %d, comma, ampersand a. And this is common for the each and every program, each and every sorting mechanism. Reading array elements is common. Okay, reading the size and reading array element. And what is another one? Printing is also common. So that is why first time only I'm printing. Printf. Then I'm writing here for loop. I is 0, I less than n, I plus plus. Here I can write percentage D. I want to give some space. Then I'm printing the array elements. Okay, and this is the common. But when we between these here, after reading here, we have to implement our some logic onto the array of elements, and then we can convert into ascending order. So for that one, for implementing that, I'm taking first index 0, I less than n, and I plus plus. Okay. Next, I have to compare the first element with its next element. So that is why I am taking HA. There is the some inner loop. Now it is the index variable, and j is the index variable of inner loop, and j is we are comparing, but for the first time g 0 index is compared with the remaining element. Second time index 1 is compared with the remaining element. Index 2 element is compared. So that is why I am taking I plus 1 and j less than n, j plus plus here. After completion of this, after giving the second loop, what we have to do, I have to compare which element, index I element with the index j element. So that is why a of I with a of j. If this condition is true, I have to do the swapping here. So for doing the swapping here, one temporary variable I am taking. Now here, if this condition is true, if a of I is greater than a of ij, I have to store a of I into first temporary variable. Next, a of I, assign a of j to a of I. Next, a of j will become your temp variable. Okay, storing a of I in temp, a of I will become a of j. Now a of j will become temp. Okay, swapping is over. Next is the end of the inner loop, and it is end of the outer for loop. End of the outer for loop. Okay. Okay. So now this is here. The first one reading, but here extra dot is come inclusion. So first of all, reading the n value and reading all the array elements. Okay, where I implement the logic, here I am implement the logic. This is the logic here. I is 0, 0 less than n is equal to I plus 1, a of I. If this condition is true, next after completion of this logic, finally what we have to do, I have to print all the array elements. This is for the purpose of printing. Let us verify. So what is my first input here? Let's see. What is the input? First input is size F5, and the elements are, first I'm giving according to the input here 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then what is the expected output? 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm getting here 1, 2, 3, 4. This is input 5, and input again another input, and the expected output is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this is for your internally how you will get some internal output. For that purpose I am taking this here. It's not, these are the things are okay. So I want to give one more input, suppose. So I'm giving suppose 6. My elements are 12, 56, 100, 89 to someone. Then 6 element means I have to give the 6 inputs here. So after this, I'm getting what? 1, 2, 12, 56, and this is ascending order. Okay. See, in this case here, I want to print suppose all the elements in reverse order. How to print all the elements in reverse order? How to print all the elements in reverse order here. It's very simple. It's very simple. Okay, I have to print the second thing in the again in another loop. Here I have to give some line here. After printing the new line. So what is your I value? I value will be, it's the last index. Last index means n minus 1. Okay, up to where we have to take here the index up to 0 here. So 5. First, if I am giving input 5 means what? It's allocate the elements from 0 to 4 only. So that is why I have to decrement here. I have to take I equal to n minus 1, I greater than or equal to 0, and decrement I value. That's all. And decrement the I value. Okay, then see the output. Then see the output. If I am giving 6, 6, 12, 56, some 100, 2, 1, some 50, 58 I am taking it. So what you get here? What you get? This is my input, and you will get all the elements in ascending order. And here the descending order: 100, 58, 56, 12, 2, 1. In this way, you will get descending order also. You will get descending order. Okay. And after this, and after this. Okay. So now this is the concept related to what is a general approach. We are implementing the both the two, sorting and uh, ascending order and descending order. I don't want this, but I want to ask one question for you. I want to ask question. So now in this scenario, I want to find out the min and maximum element. I want to find out the minimum and maximum element. I want to find out here the minimum and maximum element from this approach. Or otherwise, I gave another question. I want to give here. Already I gave. Find the second maximum element from the number. I want to find here the second maximum element from the given number. See here, my inputs are this 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. But I want to find out the second maximum. What is the second maximum value, sir? This 4 here. So already we did in the previous case. During the statements concept here, I explained about second maximum element, but that approach is completely different. I didn't use any sorting mechanism with. See, if I am doing sorting mechanism means your output. If I am doing sorting mechanism means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You will get. What is the second maximum element? This fourth here. Okay. So first the indexes are, first time the indexes are what here? 0, 1, 2, 3, and this is 4 here indexes. But now this where this after the completion of this year at the index 3 place 4 will be there. Okay. My input is n, and this is what? N minus 1 means if you will get 5, and n minus 2 means n minus 2. If 5 minus 2, the 5 minus 3 is what here? 5 minus 2 is 3. The index 3 place whatever the value you are having here, that is your second maximum element. Okay. So now it's very simple here. If sometimes here you did not get any idea about related to the previous approach, just implement the sorting logic and print the a of n minus 1. If you print a of n minus 1 is maximum element, a of n minus 2 is what? Second maximum. A of n minus 3 means last the third element here. The like yeah, the third maximum element here. Third mean third maximum. Second maximum element, first maximum here. Like minimum element is what? 0. So second minimum element is what? A of 1. Like you will get here. So my question is what? I want to find out second maximum element. So how to find the second maximum element here? It's just simply after completion of this year. I don't want to print this loop. Again, this is for printing all the elements. I want only n minus. I want to print only the n minus 2 value here. So that is why what I am doing here, n minus 2 I am writing it. I have to print n minus 2. If I am printing n minus 2 means a of 5 minus 2. A of 5 minus 2 means what? Okay, A of 3. A of 3 is the. So this is suitable for n here. If your size will be modified, you can write. Okay. Otherwise, I want to test it. I'm getting correct one or not. See, my array size is consisting of 7 elements, and I'm passing here 12, 45, 100 to 1, some 56. Okay, some 89. So uh, totally 7 numbers are there. So now in the 7 numbers, what is the second maximum element? The second maximum element is 89. So now see, I'm pressing this here. I'm getting what? 89. So now it is correct. So what I'm doing here, first I have to arrange all these elements into ascending order and print the a of n minus 2. Then you will get the second maximum element. If I'm printing a of n minus 1 means the maximum element. If I'm writing here a of n minus 1, now I want to find the maximum element. Okay. Hmm. Okay. Then I can write n minus 1. That's all here. See, if I want to get maximum element from the array, it's very simple. So elements are 5, 12, 45, and 1000, 1023, some 1. So 20,000 will be the my maximum element. Okay, 1000 is my maximum element. So in this way we can write. Okay. So this is about here. Mm, the sort. So our sort after arranging the sorting here, we can print the elements here. This is one of the way technique. But sir, can I use instead of this here? Can I use a characters? Suppose I want to sort a characters here. If I want to sort the characters, if you want to sort the characters means already I explained this during the time of arrays functions with arrays concept, and I have to show that also. I have to show that also. So for if it is character, how we have to do? So if it is character, how to sort the elements? It's very simple. See, so in this one, my inputs are, if you want to sort the characters means what your input is string. So that is why I have to modifying this. I have to modifying it. I have to modifying it with some character array. Okay, some str of 100 I'm taking. Okay. And then how to read the strings are here percentages. What is your string str or ampersand str you can use. Okay. Mm. And what about this n? If first time you are having confusion means suppose some people they are having confusion. So that is why here with the help of this here actually I am reading this. I am declaring the string and I am reading the string. I don't want this here. Okay. And next, how to implement the logic here? I'm taking I equal to 0, I less than n, but where is n? N is not there. So in the place of n, I have to take its length here. I have to take its length, sorry. I have to take its length. So how to calculate the length already you know. Take I value is 0 and str of I, is it not equal to null? And directly you can use the condition str of I not equal to null. But some basic programmers they are confused too. So for the those purpose only I have to give this technique. So here what is L? L is length. So I am initialize L with some 0. Now with this here, now with this I know the length of the string here. With this here I know the length of the string. So once after knowing the length of the string here, okay, once after knowing this here, this is my up to that only I have to use the iteration. So now I less than n I am writing here. Next j less than I am writing here. Okay, but we are comparing what here characters. We are comparing characters means what is the temp type here? Temp should be what is the temp? The temp should be what character type. So that is why take a character temp. So take a character here temp. Okay, now temp is now what is the meaning of this here? We are comparing the first character with the next, and if it is greater than, if it is how they are how characters are compared, sir, how characters are compared, The characters are internally uses ASCII values, and with those can compare here. With those, mm, it can compare here. Like same thing I am using here. But finally, after completion of this year, we are required string. So that is why what I need to do, I have to print the string. My string is percentage yes, percentage yes, then str. That's all. It's very simple. So let us verify. I have to give the input here. Hmm. Here I and j are not declared. That is the problem. Again disturbance. Okay. So I is 0, str of I not equal to null, I plus plus. Now see the execution. So if a is not required here, a is what? I have to our input is what here, str. So that is why we have to compare str of I with str of j. Okay, and where are remaining modifications str, and then similarly here also do the modifications here. Do str of I with str of j. So finally str of j. We are comparing each and every character of the string here. So that is why I have to change here. A is the previously case, it is array. Now in this scenario, it is what string. Now see the output. My input is in stack. And then you will get the output of this. Okay. So in this scenario, how we get the output here? So this is in stack here. So in this scenario, first I is compared with the n. I is compared with the n. Is it ASCII value of I is greater than n? Okay. Is it ASCII value of I is greater than n? Tell me first. ASCII value of I is greater than n? No. Next, ASCII value of I is greater than s? No. ASCII value of I is greater than t? No. ASCII value of I is greater than a? Yes. Then your string. Then your string here, if this condition is true, means what? We have to swap the two characters. Swap I with a. So now you will get first a and next n st, and a is replaced with again I and c k. Okay. Now the next case, what it will compare here? Again, it is compare a with c. Is it a is greater than c? No. Is it a is greater than k? No. So now after completion of the first iteration, the small letter, whatever the letter that is small, which is in the index 0th position here. So now what we have to do here? I don't want compare for the next scenario. Next t ans st ck I'm taking a. So now in this case, in the next iteration, again n is compared with the s here. Is it n greater than s? No. Is it n greater than I? Yes. Then do the swap here. A I n. So a I s n. S n c k again. Again I have to compare this I with c, sir. Is it I greater than c? Yes. If it is greater than means what? AC SN IK will come. Again, I am comparing. Is it C greater than K? No. So now your string is what? AC SN IK. SN IK. Now already these two are sorted here. Next remaining, is it S greater than N? The ASCII value of S is greater than N? Yes. So that is why do the swap. AC NSIK. Now is it n is greater than I? Is it n is greater than I? Yes, sir. So that is why do the swap. So AC I S N K. Okay. Now is it I greater than K? Okay, is it I greater than K? No yet. So that is why your input is this. Okay. And for the next iteration, ACR IR in proper place. Next we have verify SNK. Next Again, SC is compared with N. Is it S greater than N? Yes. Then do the swap. ACI, ACI, NS, KS. Again, is it N greater than K? Is it N greater than K? Yes. Then do the swap. Actually, I forgot one letter here. So T is also there. Okay. Anyway, you can see. Forgot it. ACI. And next from SK. Okay, from anywhere here, T is after the letter S. So that is why I'm skipping here. ACI and compare N with K means it is K. And next S and N will come. Like after this here, S is compared with N means yes. Now do the swap ACI K N S. So finally, anyway, here, T is after the S only. So that is why here it is T. Hmm? I forgot to take add here T. I think here onwards I forgot here. So that is a problem. So finally, this is my output expected output here ACIK NST. Okay. Okay. So this is the approach here. Mm. So how we can arrange all the characters of the string into some ascending order means first read the string, declare the character array, and take temp is here. Take temp is character type. Okay. So I want to find some length. I want to find here some length. And now the remaining approach. The remaining approach is this. And this is the concept here.